This is a quick tutorial to show you how to use OpenOffice or its sister software, LibreOffice. They both are the same software base and they write the same file format. And it's to show you how to use the templates to create the classic modules today, adventure modules that can be sold on DM's Guild. So I've taken the source file here, which is B4 the Lost Temple. This is something I created. And we're going to use this as our basis for our new document. So I'm going to save it with a new file name. And I'm going to take a file that one of the people working on a conversion is working on, and what their approach was is to create a file from scratch, and that's a little bit difficult. So what I'm going to do is be copying and pasting the text that they had over into this new template that I've created. So let me point out a few things as we do this. So when you paste, you want to make sure and paste as plain text. Now this is a Mac feature. I'm not exactly sure how you do it in Windows, but I'm pretty sure there's a way to do it. And so you see if you paste into a field, it automatically picks up the features. Now one thing I want to highlight over here is there's a bar. It's not always there, but if you go there and drag it open, it shows you all the styles that are at play in the document. Now what you want to do is make sure and just have applied styles. If you say all styles, there's so many you can easily get lost. So we're going to say, let's go to applied styles only. And as you go around the document, so now this is really the key to understand how to use OpenOffice templates. So wherever your mouse is selecting, there's two things that are most important. So there's the paragraph style. So this is the title style, for example. And then there is a character style. This character style is not used very much. In fact, let's scroll down. There's the very few places that the character style is used in this document is really, let's see here, is right here. So you see these labels right here. It just says bold label, and so that's what that is. Or you can just actually just make it bold without using the style if you just want to hit Control B or something like that. But that's the character style for the most part. So for the most part, though, you can get away with just using the paragraph style. So now the paragraph style in the document, text body is one style. But you'll see that there's a couple of other styles. So like this one is text body first paragraph. What that does, you see, is make sure that it has no indent. Oh, there's one other style that you may see periodically, and that's the list style, the bullet style. And this is an example of the headings. Heading 1, 2, I'm not sure if I've got heading 3 in use. So let's go and let's do some copying and pasting to show you some examples. Let's get into the body here of how you can fix basically text that's not working quite right. So you see these styles here, the heading 1 and text body first paragraph. So you see it looks like this document, some of the places like right here, the formatting is kind of messed up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste this over into my document. So let's just see how that looks when it pastes over here. So it still has some weird formatting issues. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to clear out. So I'm not sure how the formatting got done that way, but we're going to go up to the top. Now here's another trick. If you go up here, there's clear formatting. Boom. So all of a sudden it is plain text. So what we're going to do here is make this, let's see, heading 1 I think is what we want for that. And we want heading 2 for this. And that's going to be a heading 2 right there. And for these guys, now these are bullet numberings. We're going to right mouse click and let's see, did that? Oh, it looks plain text. So let's just get rid of the numbers here. Not sure why it's doing that. But you see, in fact, I would probably, oh look, there's unnecessarily indents, so I'm not sure what happened here with the format, but we're just going to fix that real quick. And is this a table? Let's see. Yeah, this is a table. Okay, so that's good. But we can go in, and one way to do this, the easiest way, is to actually make these numbers. So we can go here, and we can make this a numbering 1, and there you've got your numbers. Now, if you do that, and you notice down here where I've made it a numbering 2, one of the things you occasionally have to override and fix is if you have numbers like this that continue the list, you can go down, right mouse click, and hit Restart Numbering. And so there you can fix the text, and that guy right there is should not be indented. So let's go back to our paragraph style. Let's make that text body first paragraph. And so now we have a fixed random encounters section. And so I noticed here that it looks like a lot of the text here looks like it's got line spacing is a little too much. So let's just fix that real quick and show an example of fixing that visual section. So let's just go paste that. Let's say I was going to go here. I'm going to paste it. You can see here how the style does not match the other style in the document. So once again, we're just going to go in and go up to the top here, clear formatting, and I'm not sure though where those bullet points are coming from. Because I've got some artifacts here, and I see here there's some weird indents that have taken place. So let's go in, let's make it text body. Interesting. I wonder what's going on there. We're just going to fix that real quick. And we're going to make that a heading 1. And these are going to be bullets. Let's just go over to our little bullet guy and make that a list M. And there we have the right style instead of this style here that got created somehow. So that in a nutshell is how you get things to look like the source file. And so I would recommend that you always start with the B4 template. One other thing I want to point out to you, other than the things I've shown you there, if you happen to want to use a table, this is actually a thing called a frame, which you see I can kind of drag it around. This is kind of an advanced thing. I would say don't use this technique unless you're pretty familiar with OpenOffice. If you do want to use it, though, you can copy and paste this frame and add, because this is basically a table inside that frame, and you can table like that, and you can add, insert rows and change colors of rows and things like that. But it's kind of an advanced thing. Don't mess with it if you don't feel like it. And then one thing I want to show you, you notice this last page has a different style. So look at the text here. Let's go over to the paragraph. So you see all these, it says one sheet, and so basically there's a different style where it's like black, so it's good for black and white printing. So the chapter title, one sheet heading 1, so instead of that red color, it's black, and it has more condensed text, so that makes it easier to fit everything on one page. And so that's there. Just take note of that. The other thing is, you'll see this little icon right here is page styles. So you see that there's a Classic Modules Today one sheet style, and that basically see how there's very little margin. Whereas the body of the document uses this thing called Classic Modules Today Interior, which has a bigger margin. And so just be mindful of that. If you copy and paste into the template, you shouldn't have a problem. Anyway, those are the big tricks. Make sure to use the applied styles here for paragraphs, characters, and pages over here. Don't forget about being able to select text like this right here, for example, and you can go up here and just clear the formatting and then just change it to something else like first paragraph, body, text body, first paragraph. Oh, in this case, we want to see how that looks too thick. We're actually going to make that a one sheet text body. There we go. But those are the big tricks to use. And if you just use the template and just click around, you can change the footer and everything you need to do. So I think those are the basics. I hope that gives you what you need to know. Let me know if you have questions. Thanks.